Hey guys, it's your boy Dev the Beast here, and the title is hopefully gonna end up being just kind of bait. Yeah, a potential break may be coming though. Not that I want to, but yeah, if you look through the channel's history, you'll see that my activity comes and goes. Typically, that's just getting demoralized due to focusing on numbers, views, likes, retention, all that stuff. But this time I've I've honestly been, I'd say, having more of a blast than I did with most of my other videos, or most of my other, I guess, bouts of content. And that's kind of because I haven't really been focused on that. I've just kind of been doing stuff I want to do, and again, having fun with it. But unfortunately, this time with the break and whatnot, that's not gonna come because demoralized by numbers. That's not gonna come because of burnout and whatnot. If I do take a hit in how much I'm putting out content, it's gonna be because in a few days I have a massive change to my schedule, which is gonna be putting me working overnight. And right now I work early mornings, but I've I've adapted to that schedule, so I'm used to it, and that's kind of why I have the flow that I do. But when I start working overnights, that is going to have me sleeping through most of the day. And on my days off and whatnot, I could record stuff, but at the same time, if it's overnights, I don't need to be talking loud, playing games and whatnot, making a ruckus at midnight. I don't know if anyone living with me or around me would appreciate that, so probably won't happen. But I'll see if stuff times out to where I can do things in the evenings or in the mornings after I get home from work. But yeah, starting pretty much this weekend to the end of March, my schedule is going to be all sorts of messed up from what it's been. So that very well may affect the content I'm doing, which sucks because I've, again, been having a blast with it. And yeah, it's going to be a bit of a bummer, especially because I've been getting more and more into it. I mean, I've only got a couple things going right now. I've been kind of just jumping between Pokemon and Jedi Survivor, and then uh, focusing a little bit on the Galaxy Heroes free to play account. But even that is slowed down a bit. I need to start putting out another update for it here soon. But yeah, Pokemon is nearly wrapped up, at least the first game. I'm hoping I can finish that up, at least the recording of that, before my schedule swap. Because I can record stuff, and then what I'm thinking right now is I can record stuff, hopefully not too late into the day or not early enough that it would affect those around me. I'm hoping I can find a good middle ground there. And then, at least on my days off overnight, I can focus more on editing stuff down. But yeah, Pokemon, I'm hoping I can wrap up before. And then Jedi Survivor, that's going to be a long series. So I don't know how that's going to be affected. But yeah, Pokemon has moved faster so far. I don't know if I would try and jump into the rabbit hole of another game, or I guess the next game, until after my schedule starts to normalize again. But I really don't know. I'm just gonna have to play it by ear. But as the past month or so has gone on, my content has already started to slow down. That is, I mean, I've mentioned it at least in a couple of the Pokemon videos. I don't know if I have in any of the Jedi Survivor videos, but my content has taken a bit of a hit, mostly just because lining up with starting Pokemon was my drive to try my hand at drawing again, and I'm struggling to remember if those two were contingent on one another, but I do know that they lined up in such a way that I decided, at least for the thumbnails of the Pokemon videos, I wanted to try and have some sort of hand drawn aspect to it. And the most recent video was pretty much fully hand drawn. So, yeah, again, as I've said in the Pokemon videos, I'm no artist, but I want to keep practicing to get better at it because, I mean, that's a good creative outlet, and I feel like eventually could create some cool stuff, maybe. At least that's the hope, but either way. Uh, yeah, though. As for content in general, I mean, Pokemon, need to wrap that up. Jedi Survivor is going to continue. Pretty much the three things that I already mentioned will continue or see their sequels. But as you see, I decided to jump into Subnautica for some background footage because I recently saw a creator that I like a lot play it for the first time, and I was like, you know what? It's a it's a really fun game, and I kind of wanted to just mess around with it. Plus, I figured with the new TV and whatnot, it would look amazing, and it does. It looks really beautiful. But with that, I figured if I am gonna touch the game, I might try and shake it up a bit from what I had done. And so, as you might have seen at the very start of the video, I started a hardcore world, and I could see myself continuing on with that. And if I do make that a series, I don't know if I would do exclusively a video series or if I might do a stream series. I don't know, but I should get into streaming a bit more. So with that, I should probably have something as a stream series. So I might do that. But at the same time, when it comes to streaming, I think because if you've seen the most recent Pokemon video, I need to do some farming before at least before I wrap up the game, I need to grind XP. So I'm thinking I might in the next couple days stream just kind of XP farming. That way I'm not recording hours of potentially hours of footage of just me spamming battles if in the event that nothing exciting happens, but if I stream, that at least somewhat records it, although not to my PC. That way, if something exciting happens, like, hey, maybe a shiny appears, then I at least have that footage somewhere for a bit. But also gives us a chance to hang out. So I think I'm going to do that in the coming days. Jedi Survivor, I need to get back to. But unfortunately, the reason that's been a bit slower than I'd like it to be, other than just the whole art thing taking precedence over it, is that I still am kind of in a state of burnout from my semi recent playthrough of Jedi Fallen Order, which I hate. I hate that it takes me like months to cool down from a game like that, but yeah, I gonna just try and keep pushing through, especially because now with Survivor, I'm at a point where I I'm at the point that I got to last time I touched the game, so it will all be new from here. And from what I've seen other people saying, what I've heard other people saying, if you like Fallen Order, Survivor's like 10 times better. So I should just push past that weird mental block that I have and get back to it, because the bit that I have played, I have mostly enjoyed. Although I also have, actually, not just with Survivor, with Pokemon too, I've been having little rage moments with the smallest of things. Like Survivor, I'll get just clapped by a random set of enemies and get overly frustrated for no good reason. Although I cut most of that out. And then Pokemon. I've left snippets of it in, but for a game that's supposed to just be a bunch of encounters with Pokemon and whatnot to catch them all, and then bumping into a bunch of trainers and facing them to become the best, I get frustrated with the amount of encounters there, which is kind of silly. But yeah, I need to kind of lock in, get past these weird little things. But even though I do show frustration, uh, doesn't mean I'm not enjoying what I'm doing. Else, I probably wouldn't be doing it. Yeah, though, that's about all I have to yap about for the little update here. Again, at the end of the day, I'm going to be playing it by ear, so I really don't know if my content's going to take much of a hit or if it's going to take such a hit that I don't get back to it for a couple of months. I'm hoping it doesn't take much of a hit, but I'd say a fair expectation is the next month ish. There won't really be much going on, which, yet again, will suck, but I do got to focus on, real life and my job. As much as I'd love to just sit here and give this my entire attention, this isn't paying the bills, so it can't have that much of a priority. But yeah, maybe one day. That's the dream. But until then, I'm just gonna keep having fun with it, keep doing my thing. But real life priorities, they do come first. Yeah, that about wraps up what I have to yap about. So, hope y'all have a good one. Hope to see you soon. Peace out.